Hey there, tech fans. Today I have the Orei BK-501 5 input, 1 output 8K HDMI switch. This product allows you to very easily connect 5 different HDMI media devices to a single 8K ultra high definition monitor at the same time, while providing complete control over which of those media streams is being displayed on that single monitor at any given time by simply tapping a button on the front of the unit or using the included infrared remote control. The product fully supports 8K ultra high definition media content, as well as being HDMI 2.1 and HDCP 2.3 compliant, which means it's plug and play compatible with a wide range of modern media gear. It also provides full CEC compliance, so you can use consumer electronics control with all of your media equipment. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with a quick unboxing first to show you everything that's included with the kit. And then I'll take a closer look at the unit and I'll explain the connections and indicators so you understand exactly how to use it. And then I'll come back one more time and point out some of the special features that this product provides that you can use to compare it to other switches you may be considering. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first pop open the box, you'll find the BK-501. You'll find a single 5-volt 1-amp DC power supply. You can plug this end into any standard wall outlet. The other end has a barrel connection on it, which plugs right into the DC port on the rear of the unit and provides all the power you'll need for operation. You'll also find an infrared remote control included that allows you to make your selection from quite a distance away from the switch. And then finally, a full instruction manual is also included that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and a lot of other really good information about the product that you'll need to understand in order to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at the unit, and then I'll come back and point out some of those special features. The product features a full metal enclosure, which makes it really durable and helps to minimize outside interference from causing any issues with the sensitive electronics inside. On the right-hand side of the cabinet, you'll find ventilation slots that are designed to let any heat that develops during operation escape and keep the electronics inside at a very comfortable temperature. On the front of the unit, starting on the left, is an infrared receiver window, and that's where the signals from the remote control are picked up. So when you set this up on your desktop or on your media center, make sure that window is visible if you're using the remote control. To the right of that are 5 LEDs labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These indicate which of the inputs is currently being displayed on the output monitor, and you can change that by tapping the switch button right there. You can also put the switch into automatic mode by holding this button down for more than 3 seconds, and the automatic indicator will come on. And in automatic mode, the switch will actually determine which of the inputs is sent to the monitor based on which of these comes online soonest. On the rear of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find 3 full-sized HDMI ports labeled input 1, 2, and 3, and there are 2 more on the side of the unit labeled input 4 and 5. These connect to the 5 media devices you'd like to share the content from with your output display. You'll find 1 more HDMI port in the rear labeled output. This connects to the monitor you'd like to use to display that content. Always use a high-quality cable to make all these connections to ensure the best resolution on your monitor. Finally, to the right of that is a DC input port, and that's used with the included power supply. You can simply plug that power supply into any standard wall outlet. The other end of the cable has a barrel connection on it, which plugs in right there and provides all the power you'll need for operation. I hope that closer look was helpful. Now, here are a few really important things to keep in mind when you're comparing the Orei BK-501 5 input, 1 output 8K HDMI switch with other products you may be considering. The first thing, and probably most important thing, is the resolution. This product fully supports 8K ultra high definition media content at up to 60 frames per second. And that's important because a lot of other switches on the market may only support a lower resolution like 4K or 1080p, or if they support 8K content at all, it might only be at 30 frames per second. So knowing you have a switch that can handle a higher resolution at that higher frame rate means you can use it today with all the media equipment you own, and if you decide to upgrade your equipment to 8K resolution later on, you can still use the same switch. 2 other important differences are the HDMI 2.1 and the HDCP 2.3 certification. And those are important because the HDMI standard has gone through a lot of changes in recent years. There have been a lot of new features introduced, so knowing you're on the latest version of HDMI for 8K content means you can immediately take advantage of all those features. And the HDCP certification is equally important because that controls copy protection. So again, knowing you're on the latest version of HDCP for 8K content means you can play a wider variety of media files. Another nice difference is the inclusion of the infrared remote control. A lot of switches on the market allow you to make your selection from a button on the front, but having a remote control like this means you can set this up on your media center and make that selection from quite a distance away from the switch. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections, you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, thanks for watching and stay nerdy.